This is the Oz report for December 15th, 2024. And we are going to start, as usual, with Plex and Plex adjacent items. We can see that Plex hasn't changed very much. Compared to last week, it's 0.3% up. It was already high because last month we had the massive sale that has now ended for the starter pack sales and the starter packs in the New Eden store. However, because of that, we all know that also the skill extractors dipped quite a bit. If we go and have a look at the browser here, the in-game, we can see that extractors dipped quite significantly here and have only barely now started to recover. And that's a good thing. If you want to invest large sums of money right now, skill extractors are very, very, very good, right? So good investment. So skill extractors, cheap. Plex, very expensive still. Large skill injectors, still dropping in price, or at least staying the same price. And so this is also, I spent a lot of this week buying up skill injectors, buying up skill extractors, because I do think they're in very good space right now where you can make profitable trades on buy orders if you hold a little bit. And so for me, large scale trading, those are very interesting to trade in because they're the second and third largest trade volume items in game, skill injectors and skill extractors. And so for me, it's very interesting. For you, if you don't have a huge wallet, then obviously it might be a little bit out of your reach, but good long-term investment right now, and also good midterm investment if you buy on buy orders, which is absolutely possible. But expensive Plex, cheap injectors, what that means for skill farming is pretty shocking. Because skill farming right now, you're losing about $1 billion per account, right? So even if you don't MCT, which you wouldn't because it's loss making, even on the first character, you're missing out. You're losing 600 million ISK per month if you opt for the Plex subscription for 12 months, right? Of course, a lot of skill farmers, I say this very frequently, will use other sales to make this work. But long story short, it's not in a good place. Currently, there's not going to be a lot of people spinning up skill farms right now because it's just not profitable unless they're in it for the very long run. Let's quickly talk about cerebral accelerators while I'm on this sheet. Okay, I have gone in and I've checked out the Brainfreeze cerebral accelerators that are dropped in the Winter Nexus event right now. And if you look at their ISK per SP efficiency, these are fantastic. All right, I have a blog post on this on theoz.space. But right now, the Brainfreeze, the basic Brainfreeze is very little SP, right? It's quite annoying to pop them every day or every other day, but the ISK efficiency is just amazing. 125. This is a fraction of the price that a Master at Arms cerebral accelerator would give you, or a skill injector, right? And even the extended and the potent ones, they're all massively good deals. That means two things. One, right now, stock up on them, take them if you are after skill points, especially if you're in high SP character, because skill injectors aren't going to be giving you good ISK efficiency there. So if you want skill points and you can get these in the market, they're amazing value, okay? The second thing is, even if you don't need the skill points, buy them right now because they should be rising in price. Okay, these are way too cheap right now. They're a fantastic deal, and if I were into small scale trading still, and I would be buying these in droves, because even if you don't eat them all for yourself, you can sell them for a profit in a few weeks' time for sure. Just remember that they do expire in February, I think, so make sure you eat them or sell them before they become worthless. But I kind of like these event cerebral accelerators from a trading side, because they add another layer of complexity to trading and to skill points and skill point farming and that sort of stuff. So very, 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 very cool little addition there. Now, let's jump back to the Oz report. And the next thing I want to talk about is minerals, because we talked about this in the monthly economic report earlier. Minerals are just completely off the hook right now. 8% increase just from last week. They're trading on average 27% over 52-week average. And if you look at Maxilon is up 20% this week. And even Isogen is up 17%. And we kind of had Isogen under control. One big reason for that, we also saw in the monthly economic report earlier. I mean, one, production is up massively. But two, Metanox moon drill, the passive moon mining, is also massively popular. We saw that more than half of moon material now comes from Metanox. And that means that Maxilon and Pyrite are not entering the market as quick as they were before, because they were a byproduct of active moon mining. And so Maxilon rising 20% is, overdue. Yeah. But also Zydrine, Morphite, Megaslide, they're all trading expensive. They're all very, very expensive right now. And so, basic minerals, very much out of control. The only reason this is not collapsing the market is because a lot of the economy does not rely on tier 1 minerals. This is, yes, tier 1 or basic minerals. Tier 1 battleships, yes. Capitals, yes. But overall, not so much. We have T2 relying on moon materials. We have gas playing a role, or it used to play a big role, not so much anymore, but definitely moon materials for T2, very, very relevant. And those are rather cheap right now. If we look at the dashboard, they're trading at 52-week average. They had the big dip after the Metanox release, and then they came back to basically plus minus zero. The other thing that we see down here is that the true Sancha modules, they're down 15%, and that's part of the Winter Nexus event. I think you're fighting Sanchas, right? They might be dropping Sancha modules, it looks like. And so they, on average, this is looking at the most traded ones, the ones that make up about 46 billion a day. And they are down 50%. And so that might be a very good opportunity to jump into those. And the other thing is boosters. If I can find them. Agency boosters down 6%. They're going to be dropping more because the event, again, drops agency boosters and you can buy them quite cheaply right now. One of the biggest drops is the agency hard shell, those 4. They're down 17% this week. And those are basically a no-brainer. Buy them when they're down. They will rise back up because they're very, 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 very popular. We see them being traded a lot. As you can see, hard shells here, Pyrolencias, they're all trading way over average because, the event is going on right now. It's going to end in the beginning of January. So after that, the agency boosters are going to start rising again. And in short supply, if we look at items that are in short supply, Plex is still very, very rare. 0.1 trade days. It's just there's just not enough there, and we can tell by the very high prices. And then Maxilon also dangerously low. I mean, this looks like, yes, part speculation, part ramping up production. People supplementing what they can't mine locally through JITA, and that's why if you look at the Forge, 0.3 trade days available on Maxilon is just super low. We can also see that the Sisters core probe launchers are almost gone, and that's also the winter event, people running those exploration sites there. If we look at largest drop in supply, so where was the market bought out this week? Yes, Maxilon, 85% of the market gone this week compared to last week. Morphite, 70% of the Morphite supply is gone from the market. 70% also of those Sisters core probe launchers. And then interestingly enough, also, yes, The Bissell material, crystalline isogen 10, also 67% down. People are gearing up to build some trig ships, but then also Thunderchild, or Thunder Children, as I like to call them, down 67% in supply. Looks like nullsec might be going back to ratting after all. On the most underpriced items, interestingly enough, you have both the large Vorton projector 2 and the Vorton tuning system 2. If people are buying Thunderchilds, then maybe you also want to go and buy these if they're undervalued compared to 52-week average. Isogen still 2, even though we saw prices rising, they are still undervalued, but that's just theoretical because they're not undervalued in practice, because this is by design. CCP has been trying to drive the isogen price down through various things, and so isogen prices are just right. They're not undervalued. Okay. I think, let me look at my notes here. Did we talk about everything? Yes, that's it. Perfect. We're going to return to the regular stream. Remember, you can read and look at my dashboards and thoughts on theoz.space, my new website. You can go check everything out there. I also post all the videos and podcasts and everything. So theoz.space. All right. I'll see you guys next week.